Antarctica is the most mysterious and least understood of all Earth's continents. In fact, most people probably don't even know its true shape, often misled by the large blob at the bottom of most world maps. In reality, Antarctica is the world's fifth largest continent, exceeding the size of Australia and Europe, and is closest to South America. The human population in Antarctica fluctuates, ranging from around 4,000 during the warmer summer months to around 1,000 people in the long, cold Antarctic winters, when temperatures plummet below -34 degrees Celsius across the continent. It is also one of the most isolated places in the world, with the nearest populated location being Ushuaia, roughly 1,000 kilometers from Antarctica's shores. Adding to this isolation is the infamous Drake Passage, which separates the two, a stretch of water notorious for being one of the most dangerous parts of the world's oceans. The Drake Passage acts as a narrow gateway between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, funneling powerful ocean currents that create unpredictable waves and challenging sea conditions. The area is infamous for fierce winds, particularly the roaring 40s and furious 50s, which whip up massive waves, sometimes reaching over 30 feet. Ice covers more than 98% of Antarctica's surface, leaving very few places exposed above the ice that are observable. On average, the ice sheet extends 2 kilometers deep before hitting solid ground, but at its thickest, it can reach approximately 5 kilometers. To visualize this, imagine stacking 6 Burj Khalifas, the world's tallest building, on top of each other. This is why 61% of Earth's fresh water is stored here, and if it were all to melt, global sea levels would rise by 60 meters. But that's a topic for another video. So, how do we discover what lies beneath the ice? The method we use is called radio echo sounding. By shooting radio waves from planes and analyzing how those waves bounce back, we can get an idea of what's hidden beneath the ice sheet. And with this technology, we've made some fascinating discoveries. For starters, Antarctica isn't a single landmass as it appears with all that ice. If we were to remove the ice, an entire archipelago of mountainous islands would be revealed, sometimes referred to as Lesser Antarctica. The remaining landmass, called Greater Antarctica, is roughly the size of Australia. What's fascinating is that Lesser Antarctica is part of the Pacific Ring of Fire, which means many of the islands there are volcanic in nature. Mount Erebus, for example, is the highest active volcano on the continent and the southernmost active volcano on the planet. Its last eruption was as recent as 2020. During the warmer months, temperatures around Mount Erebus stay at around -17 degrees Celsius, with winters ranging between -20 and -60 degrees, cold enough to cause frostbite within minutes or to instantly freeze water. However, beneath the ice lies an interesting discovery. Decades of steam from Mount Erebus have created a network of tunnels beneath the mountain, where temperatures reach a surprisingly warm 25 degrees Celsius, or 77 degrees Fahrenheit. It sounds like the perfect place to hang out in shorts and a t-shirt in the middle of Antarctica. This also raises the possibility that life forms might be living in these tunnel networks, unknown to us. DNA samples have been found that hint at small animals possibly inhabiting this hidden world. In 2019, the deepest canyon on Earth's land surface was discovered. One that, if not covered by kilometers of ice, would put the Grand Canyon to shame. It plunges an astonishing 3.5 kilometers below sea level, which is incredible. To put that into perspective, this depth is similar to the average depth of the Atlantic Ocean and nearly half the height of Mount Everest. Back in 1958, a team of Soviet researchers made another incredible discovery: a mountain range beneath the Antarctic ice. This range became known as the Gamburtsev Mountain Range, named after the Soviet physicist Grigory Gamburtsev. These mountains are comparable to the Alps, stretching 1,200 kilometers, with peaks soaring up to around 2,700 meters high. Now, get ready for something truly mind-blowing, though it's not yet 100% confirmed. In the late 1950s and early 1960s, researchers detected a large gravity anomaly in East Antarctica, where the gravitational pull was weaker than expected. This anomaly spanned a wide area beneath the ice, approximately 240 kilometers wide. For decades, the cause of this anomaly remained a mystery. Then, in 2006, a team of scientists from Ohio State University, using satellite data from NASA and the German Aerospace Center, identified what they believed to be an ancient meteor impact crater buried beneath the ice. This crater is estimated to be a staggering 480 kilometers wide. If confirmed, it would be the largest known crater on Earth, dwarfing the Chicxulub crater in the Yucatan Peninsula, the one responsible for the extinction of the dinosaurs, by almost 3 times. The meteor that created this crater would have to be 4 to 5 times larger than the dinosaur killer, possibly measuring 40 to 50 kilometers wide. This crater is believed to date back between 500 million and 100 million years ago, possibly aligning with the Permian-Triassic extinction event, the largest mass extinction in Earth's history. Also hidden beneath Antarctica's ice are approximately 675 subglacial lakes, discovered since the 1990s. The largest of these is Lake Vostok, found by a team of Russian researchers in East Antarctica. It lies 4 kilometers beneath the ice and contains the 6th largest water reserve of all lakes in the world. Interestingly, the water in the lake remains below freezing at around -3 degrees Celsius, yet it stays in liquid form, likely due to geothermal vents beneath the lake providing heat. In addition to the undiscovered locations and potential creatures beneath the ice, Antarctica is believed to contain an abundance of natural resources. For decades, it has been theorized that the continent is home to massive deposits of oil, gas, and coal, but until recently, this was only speculation. However, in May 2024, evidence was presented to the UK Parliament in London that a Russian operation in the Weddell Sea region had discovered a massive oil field, estimated at over 500 billion barrels. To put that into perspective, this is double the amount of Saudi Arabia's entire reserves and about 10 times the amount the North Sea has produced in the last 50 years. What makes this discovery even more concerning is that it lies in one of the most disputed regions of Antarctica, claimed by Argentina, the United Kingdom, and, to some extent, Chile. We all know how fiercely Argentina fought over a group of islands, so it's hard to imagine what might happen with so much oil up for grabs. For now, drilling in Antarctica is strictly forbidden by international law, thanks to the Antarctic Treaty. In the early 20th century, 7 countries, including New Zealand, Australia, Argentina, Chile, the United Kingdom, France, and Norway, claimed parts of Antarctica. The tension over these territories, particularly after the Falklands crisis, where Argentina and the United Kingdom went to war over the Falkland Islands, led to fears of further conflict. To avoid escalation, 12 countries came together and signed the Antarctic Treaty, which prohibited any military activity on the continent and ensured it would be used solely for scientific research. A monitoring system was put in place, allowing any country to inspect others to ensure compliance with the treaty, and any nation could establish a research station, regardless of territorial claims. The treaty will be officially reviewed in 2048, and by then, some countries may push to venture into the oil business. But until then, we'll just have to wait and see. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, be sure to like and subscribe to Atlas Cove.